Yo, what's good, everybody? It's Rocky here. As you guys can see, very early in the morning with my guy Gav as usual. This is going to be a special one today because we're just basically recapping what happened last night against Villa away. Mate, that game, honestly, that game. As you can see, like my voice is kind of gone because I was just screaming. But
Yeah.
yeah, what a game.
Oh, yeah. I know it's early, but I'm still sort of lost for words. A massive journey of emotions. Let's put it that way, wasn't it? First
Yeah,
half. I don't know. First half was I was waiting for us to turn up. I thought, what's
hmm
going on? We sort of, if it like we'd gone backwards, it was like we were scared to pass. We were basically walking with the ball, scared to like put it forward and do our runs. And I thought, come on, we know we can do this. I was like,
yeah,
we have so much hype for the new season and all that. I thought this is not good. I was really worried. But yeah, we got there in the end. I
yeah,
think the substitution just made a difference. But yeah, we can go into that in a bit. But yeah, the beginning of the match, mate, I don't know what was going on. I couldn't believe
yeah,
it. I remember I was texting you. I was fuming. I was like, come on, guys! Like
yeah,
if it's going to be toe to toe back and forth, I would have been happy. Like whatever happens happens. But it just kind of felt like we weren't even trying, and that was really
yeah.
frustrating because I thought we turned the corner of all that stuff. But yeah, but it was
Yeah.
worth the wait in the end, wasn't it?
By the way, you might have to take your earpods off because the audio cuts out. Sorry about that.
No. Let me know if you can still.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sorry about that. It just goes like you're
I might
underwater,
have to
but it's
turn it
fine.
up. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's right. I can still hear through them. So it's carry on.
Yeah, it's still bugging out.
So
Yeah,
it's not
it's
the
bugging.
case.
I don't know what's happening with your audio.
That's strange.
Apologies for the technical difficulties.
Let me see. Let me change the audio on my side. I'll change it to. There we go. Let's try now.
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah. Okay. Note to
Yeah,
self:
there you
don't
go.
use pods again for StreamYard. All good,
No, it
man. All
happened
good.
at the end of the last pod, but it's all good. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just getting straight into the game. Yeah, I thought we did seem a bit lethargic going into the game,
Mm.
starting it out. I think we were a bit ropey, but I think that comes with the occasion in terms of like Villa was our bogey team last year.
Mm.
I know that should be an excuse to be fired up for it, but it's never going to be easy. Like just going straight into it. Um, but I think I've got a comment here. Come on, you Gunners, let's go.
Mm. Go.
Yeah, but yeah, it was never going to be easy just going into this game, and I think there were a lot of past demons that we had to overcome. But
Mm.
no, I was very pleased by the second half. I'd be happy to just go into that straight away rather than discussing what happened in the first because I think we were
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Um, so many good things to pick apart from it.
Mm.
We'll start off with the main thing, which was of course Raya's save. Oh my God, that was just
Oh,
unbelievable. That was
yeah.
unbelievable.
I mean, if anyone wants to talk about why he's number one, and that's no reflection on Ramsdale, he's still a great keeper, but that's
Yeah,
why. That picture
yeah,
right there is why. You know,
yeah,
game changer there completely. I feel like Watkins could have done better as well, though. He did
yeah.
sort of head of a strut, but no matter what, the keeper doesn't know that's going to happen. He did his job, and he did it
Yeah,
better than most people would have done. So there is the
yeah,
reaction time more than the save that amazed me as well. It was like obviously hit the
yeah,
bar. You've fallen on the floor. You're facing the other way, and he's got that body reaction to be able to turn again and even try and get it. Even if he didn't get it, it was
yeah,
still an amazing try to actually turn around in the space of time he had when he headed the ball. So yeah,
yeah.
unbelievable, man. He deserved man of the match for sure.
Oh yeah, and another clean sheet as well. That's two in a row, and he did a save that was quite similar last week, didn't he?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
pretty
that's
much just scooped it back. Yeah, it's just he's. I
yeah,
think the I know he well. the Euros, I think, sort of helps a bit of confidence as well, doesn't it? When you've gone away and won stuff and you come back. I mean, as much as we hate Martinez, same sort of thing happened to him, didn't it? He thought he was
Yeah,
big
it
billy
did.
balls.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it's just a
yesterday, was he
taste.
though?
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, he's fucked.
I knew you'd have a picture there. Come on now.
Yeah, it's just he's ridiculous. Honestly, he's ridiculous.
I've never understood his attitude, but it is what it is. Goes around,
Yeah,
comes around.
yeah, and the fans were chanting after the game. They were like, "You're just too shit for Arsenal." You know what I mean? So no,
Yeah.
no, it was really positive, I'd say, all around. So aside from the save, we saw a proper, it's not a
Oh, mate.
debut, I'd say. Obviously, probably his first start away from home
Mm,
in the Prem, which I felt he bossed it in terms of just having
yeah.
all that time away, and then he just comes right back in, and he sets such a great impression. Um, I was surprised with how central he came.
Mm,
Like at the very start, he was almost like a second DM, which
no.
is mad. Um, it just goes to show how much really goes into the prep and everything, and it goes to
Mm,
show as well, like Arteta has so much planned for this guy, which I'm just
mm.
excited to see. You know, he was overlapping a bit, but you know, once he finds his feet fully, yeah, I know
Oh,
you're
mate.
fond of him, but I'll let you.
Oh, mate. I mean, we see he was at probably like what 70% yesterday. You could still see
Yeah,
he's going through the gears. He's just come back for a crazy injury, and to play his first full game, pretty much, the signs are there. Do you know what I mean? It's like
yeah,
Leon Bailey last time we played him destroyed us down that wing. Like I didn't
he
even know
did.
he was playing apart from when he was falling over. But he just bossed it, and it was mad as well because I was saying to Brandon when we were watching it, I think he did a tackle that he didn't quite get the ball, but it was like a crunching tackle in the second half. But it's
Mm,
just the fact he got in there and made it. I feel like Zinni wouldn't even would have been walked past. Do you know what I mean? It's just
yeah,
knowing when to make a right or even wrong tackle at the right time. Do you know what I mean? And like you said about his midfield presence, it was so natural. It was just like he
mm,
just slotted in when he needed to, and I think all of us felt comfortable when he did it as well. It wasn't like he was going to go in midfield and lose the ball. He was going to create something. But yeah, it was really because Ben White was obviously bossed the right back sort
yeah,
of role, and we've always kind of felt like when are we going to get that for the left back?
yeah,
And just it made such a difference. We just look stronger, and it's great to know that he can play either side as well. I mean, the right's his natural side, so
yeah. That's what's
just the
scary.
fact we've got, yeah, that's what we need. That depth, we've needed that for so long. That quality, and obviously we'll go into Calafiore in a minute or whenever you're ready. But yeah, I thought Timber was excellent. He's 100% what we missed last season as well. I think
Yeah,
wouldn't have lost, well, we didn't lose that many, but you know what I mean? I feel like that with the Saliba thing where we were out him for a while, if we'd had him the season before, etc., etc., it's kind of like the same feeling. If we had Timber, I just feel we may have just got across the line, but yeah,
yeah.
great to see him back. He looked great.
Oh yeah, 100%. And just talking about that back line again, I thought
Mm,
Gabriel. I know he had a bit of a slip up on one pass, but aside from that, him and Saliba were amazing. And if there's one thing, every time he makes a challenge, Gabriel or even Saliba, they're so pumped. And
mm,
you know that's something that Arteta said before the season started. He was like, "We want a defender who loves defending." You know,
yeah.
I think I don't know if that's a dig at Zinni. I kind of feel like it is because Zinni's not the most defensive player who's in that back line.
Mm,
I don't think it was like strictly towards him, but I just feel like he's setting the tone. Basically, it's like if you want to play in this team and you want to play for us, essentially,
mm,
um, even Calafiore, you know, you've got to be um, in love with defending. Like it's just simple. And I thought
yeah.
they were excellent. That Saliba tackle, oh my god,
Oh,
we'll be looking at that for years. Like it just the amount of stuff this kid's capable of is unbelievable.
it's crazy. I when I was watching it with Brandon, he said to me, oh, it went out for a corner, didn't it? He said, oh, the keeper got to it. So I was like, no, 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 no. I was like, Saliba got to it. I was like, and then obviously watched the replay. I was like, man, You either get that right or you get that wrong with that kind of tackle,
Oh
and
yeah.
he just
Oh
never
yeah.
gets it wrong, does he?
And
No, no.
he's just got the balls to just to go in for a tackle like that, because that could easily
Mm,
been a pen. But when he ran and sprinted all that way, his mind was just on the ball. Like, it
yeah,
wasn't on taking the attacker down. It was just getting the ball and winning the possession, and
yeah.
that's what we do.
And
Um,
when you talk about Arteta as well, what you were just saying, it kind of feels like they don't want to disappoint him as well. It's kind of
mm,
like you said, there's that passion, but I've got to get every single ball, and when I get it, I'm going to celebrate. My manager's going to know. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
He's going to see
yeah,
you
oh
do
yeah,
that. And like you say, I think that's good. Because don't get me wrong, Zinni's got passion. We know he has, but I just don't think he's on the right wavelength for us anymore. So that's
mm,
that there's no. I'm not questioning his quality. I just think maybe he's not the right fit for us. Like when he goes forward in
oh,
midfield, I don't always feel comfortable when he's on the fullbacks. I feel like someone could just skin him at any time. It's really frustrating.
yeah,
So it is what it
yeah,
is. But like you say, we've been talking about Arteta recently, and what you just said about his comments potentially being a dig, it's like we've got to the point where he is going to be a lot more ruthless now. Like we're looking
oh
at
yeah,
people leaving. Look at the transfers. We're trying to get rid of a lot of people. It's got to the point where, like, come on, this is the third season where we get to potentially be, oh, we nearly did it. Can't do that anymore. And I think he knows that, and he's pushing that into the players now with his comments and how he is. And yeah,
oh
we're
yeah.
becoming the
I
real
think he
deal.
was.
I mean,
And going into the next topic as well, it relates to that. Going into Trossard, I think
oh mate,
he touched upon it, didn't he, Mikel? He said something like, he's given him a headache for, you know, just just everything really, just his selection and just the way he's so
yeah,
like consistent and so clutch at the minute. And yeah, I just feel like him starting is imminent. You know what I mean? He will be our starting left winger sooner than we know it, because he was
mm,
just magnificent when he came on. And this is it. It's just about having that depth that will push Mikel
yeah,
into making these decisions. And just yeah, the confidence that Trossard's playing with at the moment is just unbelievable. And in comparison to Martinelli, it's just his head's always down. Like, you know
yeah,
what I mean? I just don't understand. It's a shame, because you expect him to just be better than what he's at right now. We've said it a million times. Like we want him to be confident, and I'm not knocking his ability or
no.
turning up, because he's got it in him. But I think stepping aside, being on that bench again, and having to work, I think this will encourage him a bit more. Um, but yeah, I'll let you take the reins on this as well.
Yeah, I mean, I had some really good conversations last night about this with a couple of people. It's an interesting one. Like for me personally, let's go into sort of Martinelli first. If you haven't got confidence right now, when you're playing a team like Aston Villa, for Arteta, I would personally be like, well, you shouldn't be starting. When we're playing such a hard team like that, you have to have everyone who's ready. And
Yeah,
whatever's going on in Martinelli's head is what it is. But like you kind of touched on it, he has to earn that. He has to earn his place. And if it means sitting on the bench being pissed off like Trossard is at the moment, then so
yeah,
be it. But you come on and you create your chance and you do something. Um, it's not that I don't have sympathy, but you do have to push a bit harder. Do you know what I mean? It's like I think another issue in my head that he's also become potentially a little bit of a one-trick pony. I know that sounds a little bit harsh, but we kind of know what he's going to do. Defenders know what he's going to do. He's going to do the same sort of try and take you on down the wing, push it again, come back, try and go all the way around. And he just runs into nowhere at the moment, unfortunately. And it's just become a bit too obvious. Like we could say the same about how Saka plays, but then Saka knows when to move it and change it a little bit. He
but
knows
yeah,
he's going to cut in, but he could also do
yeah,
something different. Whereas Martinelli at the moment is not already offering anything any different, and then he gets surrounded, and then it's game over. He loses the ball, has to pass back again, and
I
it's
think
something he
that's
has
so
to work
true.
on. It's
Yeah, that's
not a
very
dig, it's
true.
not an insult. Um,
No,
you have
no,
to
it's,
step the
it's
game up.
100%. It's important, because you look at Saka, and sometimes you can say he's predictable, but then there's times when he's got that second gear, that burst, that you don't know
Yeah,
what he's going to do. It could be an overlap from Ben White that throws off a defender, or he can cut in, or he can shoot. And when was the last time we saw Gabby really take a shot, or
No.
feel like, oh, I can score this? You know what I mean? That's what he used to be like. I don't know if you remember. He used to be
Yeah.
like
It's
going
amazing.
at going at the goal, and I don't know if it's an instructional thing or passed down from Mikel, but I think um, he lets his players express themselves, and I think that's why Trossard is knocking on the door, because you don't know what he's going to do next. You really don't.
Yeah.
You know.
I think the problem with again, this is another flip side to it. Some people were saying, oh, but he's better being a clutch. He's better not starting and coming on later. But that may be true in some senses. But as a footballer, how long is it going to be before he gets fed up with that? He wants to start
Yeah,
games. He doesn't want. He's saying at the moment it's okay. I'll do what I want from the team. But half a season in, if you're still doing that, you're going to be thinking, why am I here? And then that's when things start to change. You don't want to upset a player who works so hard and makes a difference every single time he's on the pitch. That's why sort of Arteta's saying he's giving me a headache, because really you should be giving him the chance to start.
yeah.
So and then on the flip side, if he doesn't do well when he starts, that's when Martinelli has to sit on the bench and think, God, I can do better than this. I've got to do better than this. This is my chance. That's what you want to do. You want to have players who want to take each other's places. But yeah, it's like Arteta said, it's a headache for him, but it's a good headache. It's good to have two players that are quality. But yeah, Trossard for me, oh my God, yesterday. Like, oh my God, we them boys.
Oh man.
I don't know what's funny, that or the referee that looks like him. That killed me. But,
Yeah,
should have got that.
Oh yeah, he's annoying, that guy.
Trossard, man, he just transformed that game yesterday. Just everything he was doing, like just his awareness. It wasn't just the goal; it was just everything. He just created so many chances down that wing, the 1-2s with everyone out. He reads things so well. He doesn't maybe have the speed of Martinelli, but he has the awareness that makes such a difference, because we rely on that. Who's going to, once we've passed it on, is someone there ready to take the next step, and it's the little 1-2 ticky tack. Yeah, it's just he's insane.
He passed the ball to Rice, didn't he? And then Rice passed it into Odegaard, and it could have easily been 3-0 at that point. It really could have, and I think that once we got that first goal, we really, really stepped it up a notch. And I think next week is going to be tough, man. Brighton are 2 out of 2 as well. So I remember the last couple of meetings, I think Trossard faced Brighton, and he didn't look too confident, or he wasn't at his best. And I think we put him in now, he'll be firing for that. And especially against his former team as well, we need him to just have that bite. And it's gonna be tricky next week, but let's see how we get on next week anyway. But what should we touch upon next?
Calafiori, mate.
Yeah, I was gonna say Calafiori. Yeah,
I thought he looked excellent. I thought he was brilliant, mate. Like he did an interception that could have may have cost us a goal if he didn't get to it. It was a little touch where he just stretched out his leg and got it, almost nutmegged the player to get it off him. Little things he was doing, like even his headers when it came in, instead of just headering it out, he actually headed it to someone, if that makes sense. He was on that sort of thing, and his through balls, and just his he did a few blocks. I just thought he looked really, really strong. I know it was only like a 10-minute cameo, but you could see a lot of quality there, and it's going to give Arteta another headache, because you could play him or Timber there. And I just thought he looked a real boss. He looked really strong and ready to go, and I think we're going to need that. And I think it's good, because we'll have potentially teams, that maybe are a bit more strength-wise and stuff like that. So he'll be able to rotate and go, yeah, let's use Calafiori for that game. Do you know what I mean? It's just Champions League. We've got so many games to play. It's just I thought he looked really good, and he looked like he's a wind-up merchant as well, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, I like that as well.
That was so funny.
Just another Ben White.
I didn't get that. Honestly.
Just another Ben White, and that Ben White incident was so jokes as well.
Oh my God!
Just thumped the ball in McGinn's belly.
It's a good shot as well. They've been practicing that.
Yeah, honestly, his actual accuracy. Because I remember one time, I I think it was Stamford Bridge away. We scored a goal and then he like lobbed the ball on Odegaard's head. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was like he's so good at those things, just tongue in cheek with him. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really pleased. Next week, of course, we're going to be at home, so we'll probably do another podcast on Sunday. I should have some photos from the game.
You're going to get to see Mourinho as well, mate. Mourinho, however you say it.
Hopefully. I don't know when he'll be announced. I think they might do it either today or Monday. I'm guessing tomorrow. I'm just a wild guess. Or while the hype is high now, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, announce him today. That would be awesome. That would be awesome because it's just more depth, more ability coming into the team, and we didn't really speak about Partey. I thought he had a decent performance, and his goal was just really essential to sealing the win. And Martinez again, just fumbling it.
No, I think with Partey as well, if we can get performances like that out of him, even if he's only like on the pitch for 60 minutes or less, like if you've got Mourinho and him and Jorginho, like would be all right. Do you know what I mean? I think keeping Partey maybe is not so bad if he can continue like that. I thought it was a really good performance from yesterday. He did get turned a few times, but that Rodgers yesterday was on a different level. Like fair play to him. Like he caused so much hassle, but I think even Rice couldn't get near him, so there's no point trying to single out Partey. But I thought if we can get him, like I say, 60 minutes of quality, then it's going to be good. We're going to need depth, and if we've got 3 good CDMs, CDM-ish is going to be exactly what we need with cups, Champions League, everything. But yeah,
no, I think it's so important. I think he was quite like nasty and gritty at times, and I think that sort of reflected on the whole performance as well. Just like we wasn't like a pushover. Like we went there, and we were quite like we were a shit house basically. It was just insane. Rice pulling people in the middle of the pitch. I know Partey tried it a couple of times, it didn't work, but just seeing our bite and our passion there, and just not going there and just rolling over for these teams when we know we're not, at our best there sometimes. It was just a good reflection. It's a reflection of what we're becoming. We'll leave it at that because I know you've got some things to do today, and we've also got to get on with work as well. What are your predictions for Brighton next week?
Well, I'm fuming about yesterday because I predicted 1-0, so thanks, Partey. But I was so happy when it was 1-0. I was like, go on. So Brighton, I think going on our performance yesterday and the confidence, I think, and we are home, so it's like, come on. I'm going to say, oh, God, put me under pressure now. I'm going to go for 2-0 again. I'm thinking 2-0. Yeah, I don't think Brighton will score. Yeah.
After the United win yesterday,
it's United though, mate. United epoxy.
Yeah, they're epoxy. Yeah, they're shit. I'm gonna say 2-1. I think I said 2-1 for Villa, and we kept the clean sheet. So hopefully, I said it in the first game as well.
Yeah.
I think. But hopefully we come with all 3 points. Next week, I was invited to go down to an event called Black Arsenal, which is happening at the Emirates. It's basically a new book that's coming out to celebrate Black Arsenal players and heritage of Black players at our club. That's going to be really cool. So definitely we'll keep you posted on that. It's going to be the same place where we watched the Chelsea game. So
okay. Oh yeah.
In that area of the stadium, so in club level. So that's going to be really cool.
Oh, it's lovely up there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. I'm buzzing for it. I can't wait. It's like a private event. So I don't know who I'm going to meet, but it's very interesting to be at those functions because you just connect with so many people, And And yeah, that's basically it. I'll cover content with that and also the game next week. So thanks for joining me, Gav. Hope you have a lovely
Man,
weekend for the rest of your day.
I'm trying.
It's
Long
bank holiday.
weekend, mate. Yeah, long weekend. I've not even had a cup
Oh,
of tea yet. I'm quite proud of myself. I'm rather
mate,
parched.
you got another day off tomorrow. Oh, that's
Yeah, I
good.
need it. Yeah, it's good. Weather seems to have got better as well, man. It was
Oh yeah,
awful
yeah.
yesterday.
It's beautiful
Jeez.
today.
Yeah, it's good.
Cool, man. I'll let you go. And thank you, everybody, for joining. If you made it this far, peace.
Yeah, if you're awake.
Yeah, exactly.